Greetings, great uprising, great uprising. First and foremost, give thanks and praise to the mystic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our part in all ways that are lawful, correct, and positive. We do give thanks and praise. Came across this video where I must cop on, and I've seen this information before, but like most of the information will have relevance, they remove it from YouTube easily. So I wouldn't mind I catalog this information on this platform. However, we know the fair use and more time, these foreign people will own the rights to these information that will strike you down. So through we care zero, we're also gonna share it and move forward. In this video, you can realize that these police officers who purport themselves as gods of the earth, in fact, have absolutely no authority, specifically when there is no contractual obligation. Example, driver's license and all of these other little nuances. And in a case like this, it's a 20-minute video. I don't know if more show a light or how it ever go, but at the end of the video, these guys have to return this brethren national passport and send him on his way. But one of the most important factor in all of this is the fact that when this high-rated sodomite police are saying go and break this man's window and pull him out in car, this man say, oh yeah, well, we're going to have a shootout. It's going to be a shootout. So this man here is armed. So if he never armed for put up an armed resistance, these crackers will do what them do to every other unarmed man and woman out there. You understand? Because them no want no law. Them know them wrong. Them know everything what them do is outside the law. They know it. And unlike them no know, they know it. More than enough information is there. But until we can protect ourselves and resist these colonists, these colonizers with armed resistance, them are going to always mess around because their courts are in cahoots with them. All of them are conspirators. And all of them want you to jump through hoops to prove all kind of nonsense where they themselves cannot prove. It's like my brethren Joel Jaguar in Nantucket. I'm going to share that information where Joel Jaguar share with me. I show us that these police officers know this man have no driver's license and know it doesn't apply to him. However, because of them public enslavement and them public slavery by way of their human trafficking with these traffic enforcers and traffic police who actually enforce policies totally separate from law, because they're not under the law, them are outlaw enough, it's criminal, all of these guys, and they know it. The moment this brethren here, this white foreign guy, you notice feathers in NPR and you call it Indian paraphernalia. And when you look on this guy, you're going to say, he not look like us who are what them consider the true native, the true original people. Look not like us. And I guarantee when it traces ancestral point of origin, it has nothing to do with this Western hemispheric region of the earth. Absolutely nothing. All these people are foreigners in our place. foreigner in our land. So even when this brethren here present himself, you go and discover it has nothing to do with being an Indian. It has nothing to do with being a black man or a white man or a green man or an alien. It has everything to do with contractual agreement, contractual obligation, law. That's what it has to deal with. And these people are outside the law. And this foreign brethren here, who purport himself to be an Indian by way of his paraphernalia, express it clearly. But the difference is, he might put up an armed resistance. And the moment this sodomite coward hear it going to be a shootout, the first thing flashed in a fee mind is his wife, his children, his family, his mother, his grand. That's all flashing in my mind, so him start speak differently. This is how this thing works. You're not gonna get your freedom free when these people have said you're enslaved, and them have armament to enforce their enslavement. And we have people out here playing games with the foreign Congress, trying to assimilate, to get all kind of foreign privileges, because for them ancestors were the very same sellout to these foreign colonizers. So I can't associate or assimilate with any other group out there who doesn't stand autonomous and express themselves crystal clear, such as the Awak Indian nation in America, as a society, as an organization, and as a group, collectively, community, and our family. When I'm not expressing myself so we can know clearly whether I want to sell out or not, whether I'm not controlled, foreign controlled organization or not. When I don't declare myself. So it's obviously to assume, or we're not going to necessarily presume, that if we and express ourselves as free and our advocacy is such, while others are, entertaining colonial politics, are two different things. Yeah, man, two different things. The moment you engage in the political system, then you are colonized. You are enslaved. Why? Because you have absolutely no control over that foreign political system that you're participating in. Fireborn, for your lack of knowledge. Yeah, man. And when I double down thinking on the right, but I say, okay, you stay in your colonial state of condition by yourself. Don't try draw away night. Period. So let's listen to this situation as best as we can and take it from there.
Solving this means you have no authority or jurisdiction. I'm not getting out of this private automobile. Not happening. Tom, I know this is a LEO show.
Craziest police interactions I've ever watched on YouTube. And it's going to be one of the craziest videos you watch. Please use the like button and subscribe. Thanks and enjoy.
So kind.
So, Uncle, if you come out and explain to me your passport, I'll hear your side of it.
You've already heard my side. I've already told you my side.
Well, you can explain your passport to me.
I don't need to explain it. You should know this is a LEO, shouldn't you?
I've never seen your passport.
Well, then, I don't know what to tell you. We'll sit here all night. But I am not getting out of this private automobile to explain myself that I've already done. I'm asserting my rights to travel, and I'm informing you that you have no jurisdiction or authority over me, and you're not trying to accept it. Ask the guy to pull me over to get it. I'll show it to you. It's real simple. This is real simple. You're making it difficult.
I don't feel that I am.
Well,
I'm the one making it difficult right now.
Right, because I won't do what you ask. I don't have to do what you ask. You have zero authority over me. I don't contract with foreign corporations.
The right of a citizen to travel upon the public highways and to transport his property thereon by horse-drawn carriage, wagon, or automobile is not a mere privilege which may be permitted or prohibited at will, but a common right which he has under his right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Under this constitutional guarantee, one may, therefore, under normal conditions, travel at his inclination along the public highways or in public places, and while conducting himself in an orderly and decent manner, neither interfering with nor disturbing another's rights, he would be protected, not only in his person, but in his safe conduct.
Now, again, free people. For the people that are colonized, they're going to find this set of information adverse or strange. And this is where we irritate a man such as I. Only through we are sharing information so long. And then only for come upon some little newbies, some little people who were just born yesterday and going to the government organization where they become institutionalized and spoil some of them. So them no want no law, because them far removed from it. Them no want know what is right from what is wrong, because them a move outside the law, so everything what them are going to do are going to conducive to what is wrong. Even when they try to have a normal conversation with a so-called police officer, they will easily escalate the situation into something crazy only because of their ego. But I not hesitate to say, yo, you're not dance like rat bat. I care not the colonial accreditation where other colonial masters are bestowed on you, colonial slave. Dance like rat bat, because you don't know what is law. You don't know nothing about the other side, which is where the free people exist. So this is why I want to take this aggressive nature where I don't want to shoot up everybody and I don't want to arrest everybody for non-criminal activity without authority. But the moment you know met with armed resistance, you turn sissy. When you not group up for commit crime, you have to stand down. And this is where the problem is. If there is laws there, uphold the law. When you took an oath of allegiance, pay attention. It's not to no property or no fictional entity. It's to the constitutional laws and to serve the people. That's it. Anything outside of that make you no outside the law, make you no rogue, make you no criminal in office. And I tape like this, I demonstrate it with case laws to verify and validate our statement. You have an absolute right to travel on Jamaica. You have the absolute right of freedom of movement and the fundamental rights and freedom secure and guaranteed such where the Constitution hold it and express it. We not talk fable, we not babble, and we not stutter. And this kind of truth irritate these sodomites out there. This kind of truth, this truth remove the presumed authority from these colonial masters and their colonists, including these Moors who act as policy enforcers for the colonizers. Police do not have no authority, none, absolutely none, especially when they can't present such. This is why we say we not use driver's license, not apply to it. But if we ever engage in a commerce where we are entertain our gain, profit or gain on the highway, then it's a different thing. If we are drive tractor trailer and all of these things, deeply engaged in commercial driving, then it's a whole different thing. But don't tell me I need license and registration and insurance to move from point A to point B. You understand? Yeah, man. And when you talk about insurance, I have a legal entity that is an insured person. That's my sophisticated financial instrument. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna move away from that. This is the only thing these Babylonian people and their system can interface with. That legal fiction, that legal entity. That's why I'm asking for a legal name. First and middle, or first, middle, and last name. That's a legal name title. Yeah, slash the straw man, slash the birth registration form, what I'm called birth certificate, or that nail, which is separate and distinct from the man. Clarity. They have no authority, no jurisdiction at no time unless you give it to them.
while conducting himself in an orderly and decent manner, neither interfering with nor disturbing another's rights, he would be protected, not only in his person, but in his safe conduct.
No authority, no jurisdiction. There's nothing in any law.
How's it a contract for you to get out of your vehicle and explain your passport to me?
I don't need to do any of that. I'm trying to explain to you, I don't need to do any of that.
I'm not saying you're...
Go get the passport, bud, and I...
Look how the police your face. Look how upset him is. Well, the sheriff is. This is the sheriff, I think. But look how upset them is. You know what I mean? And if this was some so-called quote-unquote black nigger, them would not conversate like this. Them would have probably shoot. You understand? But because this is a yellow skin, different kind of dude, we're prepared to protect and preserve in existence, you know, with armed resistance, then it changed everything right here.
I will read it to you.
I was asking you to do
I am asking you to go get my passport and I will read it to you. How about that? That makes all kinds of sense, but you ain't ready for that, are you?
We're in a bind then.
Okay, we're in a bind.
I want you to get out and explain it to me.
I'm not getting out of this private automobile. Not happening.
Commercial.
Thompson v. Smith. The right of the citizen to travel upon the public highways and to transport his property thereon in the ordinary course of life and business is a common right which he has under the right to enjoy life and liberty, to acquire and possess property, and to pursue happiness and safety. It includes the right, in doing so, to use the ordinary and usual conveyances of the day, and under the existing modes of travel includes the right to drive a horse-drawn carriage or wagon thereon, or to operate an automobile thereon for the usual and ordinary purpose of life and business.
Now, this is where the Jamaica Road Traffic Act of 2022, what them changed when them rearranged the 1938 Road Traffic Act. This kind of provision is there in that 1938 Road Traffic Act where it talk about non-commercial motor vehicle. And it make provisions there. I'm going to share them information and I place it on these people's courts. So they can't deny these things. Them away right, that's why them go to change the Road Traffic Act and remove these provisions, which is how them abrogate your fundamental rights and freedom. And if you know express it, then it goes on as if it never happened. And you are just a colonized slave. You were born that way and you shall remain that way. But we are here to rebut all of that nonsense and prove that what you know what we are say we right, we accurate and we correct. We are say these public servants are just that. Servants. You have no authority over us as man and woman here. Period. None. None. And this is why we say armed resistance are the only thing to put a stop to these unlawful conduct by these foreign colonized public policy enforcers.
Not happening. So ask them gentlemen politely, sirs, highway patrolmen, may I please have my passport to read to the sheriff?
They're not going to give it back to you until...
They're not going to give it back to me. So you're telling me the highway patrol in Wyoming has...
You hear that? The sheriff was supposed to be above the police. Like I said, the police are not going to give it back to you until you get. So you see all these kind of guys, you cannot trust them, you cannot work with them. You have to protect and preserve yourself. You have to have armament to protect. Them are gonna bully you. And when them do what them want with you, them just write them fictitious report and say you're a criminal. And then the colonized people agree with the police. They always agree with the police. The only time them don't agree with the police is when them experience the personal criminal conduct and act from said police. When you're wrong, man. When you're outside the law, you're outside the law, man. When you need correction, accept correction, man. You can't talk about you're wrong and strong. It doesn't work anymore. Yeah, man, it's a new era. A lot of them are going to prison voluntarily by your own omission, on your own commission, on your own act. You not end up in prison because it's a brand new era. Yeah, man, and truth are going to have to permeate the earth, whether you sodomites like it or not.
Stole my private property. Is that what you guys are telling me?
You can claim.
No, it's not a claim, sir. That's another matter of fact of law. Does that passport belong to any of you? Does that passport belong to any of you? The answer is no. And if you're not giving that back to me, which is my said possession, what is that called? What's that called? As LEOs, you should know what that's.
Let me know.
That's called theft. Okay? So, young man, may I have...
Now, I want to say what the untidy government of Jamaica and these unlearned, unqualified, unscrupulous 100-man police station senior sergeant of police A. Edwards and his accomplice, Constable Andrel Morgan. This is what they have done. See me in my private automobile, I go down the road. Arrest me, unlawfully imprison me, and stole my property. To this day, I get my property from these criminal sodomites. And these two police officers are working conspiracy with D. Kelly, which is Spanish Town court clerk at the time, that cross-dressing sissy. And then that cross-dressing sissy appoint a judge named Loomy as hearing examiner. And all four of them work together to violate my fundamental rights and freedom, and the whole Jamaica see it and ignore it. This is why I said them forget dynamite. Because it's when we start blow them head off, when them outside the law, that's when them are going to start act properly. It's when we go inside of them house and decapitate them, make them find all of them members headless and then remove their head. We're not going to say it's savage. We're not going to say it's vicious. We become like them. Watch me now. We are man, just like them. Seeing where we bleed and hurt, they should bleed and hurt. Don't tell me, boy, I work for somebody else for break the law. Everyone now know for hang. Everyone now know forget this judgment. The moment you step outside the law, you know what bloodline for pay for it. I want to see it first, and then I don't go with them. But then thing here, the law of the earth, we have to correct a lot of things. Make some people know, so watch out. From it not lawful, we can't do it. What kind of police sodomite boy if you come here talk like say boy, my God. You understand? Make a 7.62, you know what I mean? Carbine, see how that work out. You know, and face when him talk that way. Which God present the law. The moment you stop me, you must have direct traffic sodomite. The flow of traffic sodomite. And if you suspect me of any criminality, then you have all right to investigate me or even challenge me. But when are non-criminal and I go through lawfully, show respect, man. When I not show respect, I have to pay the ultimate price, which is death. Because that is what I deal out. When I not deal out life, when I not train to promote life, we want to take a constitutional oath. It's like when I take a constitutional oath to come out and brutalize the very ones who are supposed to secure and protect. We don't have no respect for dunce police. We don't have no respect for rogue police. We don't have no respect for outlaw police. Them is no different than the common scoundrel criminal where them are purport to chase out there. Them and them are the same things. So we as lawful people not even make no distinction with us. Lit them up. No talking. No, you're coming to give problem. Make sure you go home. Yeah. Without a soul. That's how it go on. Because them are hurt we, Them are bring harm to we, And them are do it intentionally, And they will never stop. Yeah, man, Donald P. Art, that Ku Klux Klan Grand Wizard, he might got other state trooper and sheriff will look like these minions, these SS officers, Ku Klux Klan looking foreigners. Them people are the instrument of the United States Congress. And people are mixed and are mingle with the Congress and act like on a special. On a better watch out not deal around all a man like me. Because when that judgment are coming up, enough of will look like we have to go with these colonizers. On a better live. Because it's fire.
Have my passport, please, to read to the sheriff.
Okay, the only way you're getting your passport is once you step out of this vehicle.
Why do you want me out of this vehicle so bad, you guys?
Because there is state law, case law, Pennsylvania versus...
Case law is not law. That's where you're wrong again. Case law ain't law.
Okay.
Not even close. What you guys need to...
Man.
do is understand that I am correct. You have no authority over me. None.
None.
I don't have to get out of this private automobile.
Listen, people, and I hear that. This is where a lot of us is afraid of and it irritates me. You hear what this brethren said? And him and a nigger, him no black man, him no American Indian, him no original to this land, but you hear what him say? Him not come and tell them say him a Indian and him a all of that. Him a quote law. And what is the law? Not them legal policy. The law always say, yo, if you don't have contract, don't chat to me. That's what the law said. Because you're under constitutional law. We're not under no foreign policy. The Constitution create that area where them work from. That agency where them operate from. But the Constitution create that. This is why this gentleman, this foreign man, purporting to be an Indian, can express himself so. Now, what about a guru them there? Especially some of them Moors and these Indian and these, all of the, a lot of them want to deal with no different from what I have been saying. The only difference with this man right here is when tell us, go and hear when tell a man say, go and be a, it's arm resistance. We're not just a resistance attack. We are say if you try this thing, yeah, you might do something to it, but your family are going to get it. And all when you do something to it, we're going to have other people out there to make sure decimate your family. That's how we go on. So when you move away, know so your house will come down upon you anyway. So it's best to leave us the fuck alone. Get away from us. You fucking slave masters. We not have nothing to do with them no more than place these things down now. When you're outside the law. The chat to on a slave. No one not do out there. The difference listen to people. Law opposed to them legality and them corporate policy.
I don't have to obey your corporate bylaw speed limits.
Okay, let me just explain this to you. You're not leaving here until you step out of the vehicle.
Then I ain't leaving. I am not going anywhere. And your threats don't mean jack to me, bud.
Well, it's not a threat.
To hell if it ain't. You're threatening me to get out of this vehicle so you can try to kidnap me. Meanwhile, you've stolen my property, and you can't even admit that.
It's the property of the United States government, actually, sir.
No, it is not.
Yes, sir.
What is possession?
It is property.
What is possession, sir?
I'm not gonna argue with you, sir.
I know you can argue with me because you don't know the law. Possession is 9/10 of it, correct?
All I said was...
Huh?
All I said... When I stopped you, I didn't say you're getting a ticket. I never said you're getting a ticket. I just want you to step out so we can talk face to face.
We are talking face to face.
Out of your vehicle.
No, I'm not getting out of my private automobile. This ain't a vehicle.
Campbell v. Walker. The owner of an automobile has the same right as the owner of other vehicles to use the highway. A traveler on foot has the same right to the use of the public highways as an automobile or any other vehicle.
Okay?
What is it then?
It's a private automobile. Actually, Congress passed a law July 8th of this year that nobody in the United States needs a driver license unless they're dealing in commerce. Have you all been informed of that?
I missed that one.
Well, of course, because you guys are revenuers for a foreign corporation.
My people hear that. And I guarantee Joel Jaguar, I know they are hear me out there. I guarantee most Indian will claim to be Indian, these Albert Pike Freemasonic colonized group of people, will call themselves Indian. I bet them have driver's license and them not in a commerce. And I like them a tractor trailer driver, them a ambulance worker, them a taxi driver. All of these ones they can excuse because them a make a living that way. But for the average man and woman we are going to work and I come home and go to the store and do them basic personal conveyance. A coward and a coward. Because I can't say, I don't know law, I don't hear these things, I don't know these things. And I don't try to align yourself with people where I express and I live these things. Only is the same colonized set of folks that come against us. On behalf of colonizing masters, that's why I say, behave on yourself out there. What kind of Indian are you? What kind of American are you? Are you a Maroon? Are you a Moors? Are you an Albert Pike Freemasonic foreign control Indian? What are you out there? Declare yourself out there. It's a new era. Or advocacy of freedom, freedom in, non-political. Get it clear, crystal clear.
Congress passed a law July 8th of this year that nobody in the United States needs a driver license unless they're dealing in commerce. Have you all been informed of that?
I missed that one.
Well, of course, because you guys are revenuers for a foreign corporation running under statutes and codes. None of you have ever studied the law.
Most people still think you need to have an online business to be able to do this. So it's 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. I'm here working from my laptop. I'm here in the city of Asunción, Paraguay.
Enough.
The United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 1. Full faith and credit shall be given in each state to the public acts, records, and judicial proceedings of every other state. January 19th, 2011, Judge May's conclusion of law was that the Dallas Police Department and the North Carolina Department of Transportation are both private entities that do not fall within the executive branch of state government. This decision was upheld in proceedings of every other state. January 19th, 2011, the United States.
Salute to the house of Dallas, not normal, because we all our own state around on the mainland, our one. Now you hear what the state name? Dallas. You think it normal? Go research Dallas Castle from this location. Yeah, man. And not normal, man. Dallas is our place, man. It's not just a state.
States Constitution, Article 4, Section 1. Full faith and credit shall be given in each state to the public acts, records, and judicial proceedings of every other state. January.
Well, you know, them are called Texas the state and Dallas a city in the state, but Dallas is really the state and Texas is a city in a Dallas.
19th, 2011, Judge May's conclusion of law was that the Dallas Police Department and the North Carolina Department of Transportation are both private entities that do not fall within the executive branch of state government. This decision was upheld in judicial review.
Private entity enforce public policy. When I say what I go on, and when I man would talk a certain way, it's like, hey, it's fiction. I don't know where it come from with them argument there. Well, here is a different perspective, different point of view from a different set of people. This one may accept, just may accept.
By Judge Ridgway. This means that every police department in the country is a private entity. In other words, they are private contractors and private for-profit businesses.
That include Nantucket Police Department up there in Massachusetts, Nantucket Island, private entity, business for profit. This is why we say it's a public slavery. So when they say them capture you out there, them know them are do wrong, but them are make a lot of money. That's why I said the cross-dressing state trooper in Nantucket, Kevin M. Bates. Him is a very rich man, but he not gonna ever be a millionaire. All of him riches are come out of the traffic court area, where them are fleece the juristic entity by way of them, what do they call it? The Massachusetts Business Trust will house their bond for their activities. Yeah, man, that's what them do. So them know the insides and out. So them we always maintain them enslavement, public enslavement, unbeknownst to the colonized world.
So if a Wackenhut security guard driving an armored car pulled you over and tried to give you a ticket, what would you do? Governments descend to the level of a mere private corporation and take on the characteristics of a mere private citizen, where private corporate commercial paper, Federal Reserve notes, and securities, checks, is concerned. For purposes of suit, such corporations and individuals are regarded as entities entirely separate from government. Clearfield Trust Co. v. United States, 318 U.S. 363-371, 1942. What the Clearfield Doctrine is saying is that when private commercial paper is used by corporate government, the government loses its sovereignty status and becomes no different than a private corporation. Government is bound by the rules and laws that govern private corporations, so if they intend to compel a living man or woman to some specific performance based upon its corporate statutes or corporation rules, then the government, like any private corporation, must be the holder in due course of a contract or some consenting agreement made with full disclosure between it and the one upon whom demands for specific.
Here you go. Where is that contract upon which you are relying for jurisdiction, which is authority and control? Present the contract upon the court for inspection and discussion. Donald P. Hart, you cross-dressing sissy up there in Nantucket, tell you I'm going to tear you apart spiritually, literally, figuratively, now physically. Decimate your house. You're a criminal up there. And you're entertaining public slavery up there. And we are express it. Yeah, man, naturally. Donald P. Hart. We are running out of town, we are running out of office, and we are going to decimate your legacy. The cross-dressing sissy.
Performance are made. The government is required to enter the contract or commercial agreement into evidence by due process before trying to get the court to enforce its statutory demands. Every so-called city, county, state, or federal government entity, courts, police, taxing agencies, etc., you can think of are listed on Manta.com, which belongs to Dun & Bradstreet and are traded on the stock market. Real governments do not trade on the stock market. Governments are supposed to provide public services.
Okay? So just admit that you don't have authority over me, hand me my passport, and say I'm sorry for impeding your travel.
What do I need to give you to get you out of your vehicle?
Nothing. You ain't getting me out of this private automobile.
Okay.
Why would I? I haven't committed a
Because
crime.
I'm giving you a lawful option as a peace officer to step out of your vehicle.
You're doing what now?
We'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Joker, you can't make no order. You can order your mother, who probably is a harlot. You can order your children. You can order even the harlot that they give a ring to. That's who you can order. You can't order a man or woman out here on the street, sodomite, without some construct or stipulate say, yes, you can make such an order. This is why this man am standing ground. Again, the difference is he must stand up in the capacity of an armed resistor. So it's an armed resistance. They must resist your public slavery, you sodomites out there.
If you started exercising but quit in 2024, try 7-minute chair workouts in 2025. How long will it take?
All right, sir, what's your last name?
Barris, B-E-R-R-I-S.
B-E-R-R-I-S.
It's in the passport you stole.
Okay, we didn't steal your passport.
Well, then may I have my passport
You'll get
back?
everything back. What I need you to do, okay, so I'm going to tell you. Okay, so you're driving without a driver's license. You're speeding. You don't have plates on your vehicle. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I need you to get out of the vehicle to chat with us. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you to get out of the car. So right now I'm asking you, will you please get out of the car and speak with us?
No, I will not.
Okay, I'm going to tell you to get out of the car. You need to get out of the car right now.
You're being recorded. You realize?
Fine.
Okay. And under what authority are you demanding an American state national to get out of this vehicle when I don't have to prove any kind of...
People of the world, people of the earth, West Indian, our Indian, listen to the status where this man claimed. What authority do you have to order an American national? You hear what I'm saying? He never said Indian, never say American Indian. He never said him a Cherokee, Choctaw, any one of these things. He never say him a Maroon. He never say him a Moors. He never say none of that. Hear what I'm saying? And watch this. Again, let me see if I can get it back. I won't even complain about your commercial.
Right now.
You're being recorded. You
That's
realize?
fine.
Okay. And under what authority are you demanding an American state national to get out of this vehicle when I don't have to prove any kind of... I am not in your corporate bylaws. I don't need driver's licenses.
That's fine. I respect your beliefs, but
It's not a belief, you guys. Okay, this ain't beliefs.
This next time, I'm going to make you get out of the car. What that means, I'm going to break the window, unlock the vehicle, and pull you out. Understand?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay. I'm telling you.
I am telling you, if you do that, this is going to go south quick.
Okay. I don't want it to go south.
Well, don't be breaking into my private property or stealing my private property.
Okay, then help us out, sir.
I've already helped you. I've educated you about the law, but you're not listening. You're not accepting the facts, okay? Now, I'm going to ask you one more time. I would like my passport back. I would like to get on my way. I have critters with water freezing. I really don't have time for this.
Okay, sir. I'm telling you, if we have to, we will break the window, unlock the vehicle, and pull you out. Do you want it to get to that, or do you want to come out and talk to us?
Okay, so you're threatening to break my private property.
I'm telling you that I have
do you know
authority
under the
to take
law
you out of this vehicle if you do not comply with our orders?
I don't have to comply with your orders.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Yes, sir.
I do not.
Okay, so what are we going to do here?
We're going to have a gunfight on the side of the road is what we're going to have.
We do not need to have a gunfight.
Well, then you better start listening to sense.
You need to start listening.
No, sir. I do not need to listen to an agent of a foreign corporation.
Okay.
Okay? I asked you guys to go back there and call somebody in town that actually knows the law.
Who's this person in town that knows the law?
Apparently somebody I would try with John Harlan as the sheriff and ask.
John Harlan. Okay.
And ask him.
Okay, well, we have a representative of the sheriff's office right here, and he was talking to you.
I know, but that don't mean he knows the actual law.
Look, I'm not trying to get anybody riled up, and I apologize for doing that. What I'm trying to do is find a
Yeah, this sodomite now back down. You hear how quick this sodomite back down when he said going to be a gunfight on the blood clot road. You think it was a little sodomite sissy where you go and just pull and drag out without you get pepper and make your mama and your woman where you left for your yard cry and your pitney grow up fatherless. This is what is at risk when you not break the law out there and not just criminal. Uno become the criminal. So when you not go choose for criminalize non-criminal and get to no judgment, when you see one twist it. Just like how I share some information where you see a policeman say, I pull over a man for nothing at all. And it turn out sour, where it costs the police him life. Then them want to charge this man or this woman and charge everybody else. Watch me now. If people are commit crime, you have carte blanche. If people are break the law, you have carte blanche. You never can look on a man and say him is a criminal when a court, according to phone laws and rules, a court not convict him as such. So you can't presume everybody a criminal. And when you have to presume everybody as criminal, that's when you have tyranny perfected. When some little untidy, unlearned, some little police, where they ever live nowhere, I go look upon some big grown man or decent, honest, lawful people and I deal with them like them are criminal or them are some slave. No, man. Resistance will put a stop to that. I bet you don't have to change the laws when ones and ones nobody asks them no question. And I even want to talk to them. Yeah, man. And I don't care what the outcome will be. But that's I got to know say a judgment start and anywhere on the people them there will lay the judgment on it, just do not stop. You feel like you want to knock it down this and that's it. No, it's not going to stop and it's not supposed to stop. If you know, say, yeah, I want them that, I want them bloodline that, I want them great grand that, wipe it out. You don't want change, true change, this is how it have to go. If you don't want the law-abiding police officers, then you have to pay the ultimate consequence out there when you not break the law. Enough criminal out there are going enough challenge. Isn't that enough? I don't want us criminalize everybody, especially people when I have no interest in a criminality. I don't want just bestow criminality upon them and then do what I want with them. Only because some of our people them can't read and write properly. The education what them get is incomplete. So them bow to the fictitious, fallacious authority when I dead, when I exist. That's why we're there and we share our information from our perspective, grassroots. Yeah, man. Our work out there. Let truth reign, man. You know, no authority, you know, no jurisdiction, you know, no control. Get away from us.
It's an ending to this that's civil for both of us.
Here's the simple ending. You guys admit that you have no authority over me.
We can't do that, sir.
Well, I'm sorry you can't do that.
Okay. Well,
but I am not going to allow you to violate my rights to travel. I will not allow you to damage my private property. Okay? I'm telling you right now.
I don't want to damage your private property. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I don't want.
Yeah, now you don't want to. Before you'd go run in. But through you realize that this man look like an ex-military. He look like just a little rum drinking Indian. We are claimed to be such and love rum. This man is totally cognizant, totally aware of what law is and is prepared to resist. Yeah, man, but these guys are sissies. The only time you see them come at is when them come ready and a bunch of them ready for shoot them up and then ask questions after. I saw them work. But the moment them have to speak, you find how dumb them is, how dunce they is, and by you speak to them, you remove their authority and jurisdiction. Them not like that. This is why them don't want to speak. Them don't want to conversate. Them just want to fight. Them just want to escalate the situation so them can unalive our people. If this was a true Indian, well, look like I, a different thing go on. Them on go and sit, me have machine. You hear them do something crazy. Unless it's being recorded. That's why I advise my people, make sure you're not going to record it when you're not travel. If you're not a good, proper slave, it's not necessary. But once you decide not to be a slave, make sure not as best as you can, just, record these kind of situations. It's imperative.
To it all.
Okay.
All I want you to do is get out of the vehicle so we can talk. That's it. That is it. And I won't damage your private property. Nothing. That's
Not
it.
happening.
Okay.
I don't have to get out of this vehicle.
Okay, so why are we coming to this? Why are we butting heads there? Why don't you?
Because you guys are not listening to the matter of fact of law. That's why.
To the matter of fact of law.
It's called the matter of fact of law.
You hear that? Them not want to hear that. Them not want to learn it. Them not want to know it all when them do. Why? Because it's not profiting. Them never can perpetuate their enslavement. So them not want to hear that. But them have to stand down because this brethren again, I tell you, it's going to be a gunplay on this road.
Okay. The fact of that matter is you have zero authority over me. Where I'm going to travel, how I'm going to do it, what I'm going to do it in, and what placards I place on said private automobile.
You hear that Donald P. out up there in Nantucket? This is why I say you're not going to get no judgment and you're going to lose your little seat and you're going to lose disgracefully only because of this one office. Yeah, man. And because of how you choose to operate. Yeah, man. As a slave master, perpetuate public slavery. Donald P. Hart, your cross-dressing state trooper, Kevin N. Bates, and his transvestite girlfriend, Farrell Dukes. Burn all three of you conspirators.
Okay.
Okay?
Just give me 1 second, okay?
This ain't going to...
Why are you threatening to get in a gunfight, Frank?
Because I'm not going to allow them to violate my dude. I'm not allowing them to violate my right to travel freely and damage my private property because I won't listen to a so-called authority that has none over me? Really? And I'm explaining myself over and over?
So if we got somebody on the phone, you'd talk to somebody?
There ain't nothing to talk about.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
This is when, because you're in your capacity, these Babylonian people expect you to have some superior place, somebody for call to say yes, such and such. Sodomite, called God Almighty. Because that's how we get the authority. Not from a political entity, not a politician, not a top police officer. Jamaica Commissioner of Police, you're going with yourself, but he's just another employee where probably after 3 or 4 years you're outside of the job. No different from any other. But they have to uphold law, so anything where conducive to law and order, we don't have no problem with detest criminality. Now what I feel like we are supporting a criminal. When I hear we clearly, we're burning it. But and not just the common criminal. Also these, you call them public officers, where move outside the law, will and shall be considered criminal. No different from the common ones where everybody else point them fingers at. Or whether improve if we don't have no correct knowledge or accurate knowledge, or whether improve. There'll be none. Now you're going to see all of these jokers, these redneck racist sodomite bastards were puffed up on whatever it is them puffed up on. Them have to go stand down because when them run the check of this man document, them sister them not have no authority. And if them did arrest him, them are going to come back and dismiss everything, them not no authority. And this is why them show a law so you can sue these sodomites. And we have to sue them. Because this is how them operate. They keep coming and coming and coming and coming until you blow them head off. Then them criminalize you when them are the initiator of all of the conflict. They will always be the initiator. Because you can't stop people on the street and I say anything at all outside of directing traffic, dumb police. That's it. And when police that have to enforce law, them are investigate crime, real criminal activity, not this fictitious mess we want to create. So we have to expose these things, shine light on these things, and embarrass these people, call them all kind of names. Just like them are presume that we are their slave, we can presume they're pedophile. Yeah, man, we can presume they're anything at all. Let them rebut it, just like how we are rebut the fact that we are no criminal when we are choose to exercise our freedom of movement or our right to travel in our own land. This is America. This Western Hemispheric region is America. The only continent that exists around here, Canada is America, whether I don't understand it or not. We fire burn on a colonization and we fire burn on a foreign plan. Yeah, man. Fire burn on a secret organizations.
You wouldn't want to talk to anybody?
There's nobody to talk to about anything. What is there to talk to? You guys not admitting that you have no authority over me? Is that what it is?
You said you wanted to talk to Sheriff Harlan.
I don't want to talk to Sheriff. I've already talked to him. I've talked to all your judges, your state's attorneys. State's attorneys know. I sent them cease and desist. Shit disappeared. Why? Because I know the law. Okay. This is absolutely ludicrous. This is supposed to be America? Where's my right to travel freely, you guys?
Well,
Where's that at right
make
now?
some phone calls and see what we can do here, okay?
Well, common sense should prevail. And I'm counting on the sheriff's department for that.
Okay. You know,
so now we're all back there having a powwow.
Get tiles and get creative with your floors, walls, and all the spaces in between. Our knowledgeable sales consultants are happy to help create your beautiful.
Now, when I saw the man, the purported Indian, make it was a so-called quote-unquote black American. And I guarantee this would have end up in a whole different situation. Yeah, man. However, the law supersedes everything. You don't have no contract, you don't have no authority, you don't have no jurisdiction. Stand down. Stand down. And you notice this man I don't have a driver's license and give him a passport. People don't know what a passport really is. That is under the Constitution. That's why I say on the island here, them are come with NIDS as if your passport is irrelevant. What a use of NIDS? That this is when them are perfect them enslavement. All of these things are contractual obligation, but my people are totally unaware. Totally unaware.
The kid for the patrol just got out of his car with my passport, handed it to, I guess, his superior highway patrolman. Now they're all three back there yakking again.
You pay attention now, I'm non-threatening him, have him hand on him steering wheel most of the time unless him a direct them about something else. Pay attention in my people. And I like this man here is not a knowledgeable graduate. You understand? And most importantly, him have everything I record. That means anything will happen, recording I got dead as evidence. You understand? Who initiate the stop, who initiate the conflict, who escalate the conflict, who is outside of law. It's just that people were colonized, were, unlearned, and know this side of the information. I'm going to return him documents to him and act like nothing never happened. But even Yassen can place a lawsuit on these guys.
Yes, sir. Can I do for you?
All right, sir. Here's your passport back. Can you roll it down a little bit further? You just want me to slide it in there?
Just slide her in here.
Okay. So this is back. Jody, pull those out. Okay. Free to go for now. Okay.
What'd you do to my car?
We didn't do anything to your car.
Okay, I got it on film here.
Okay.
There's nothing sabotaged on my private vehicle.
There's nothing sabotaged.
Boy, that little police, yeah. Him look like him just itch for do something crazy. You know what I mean? It's like him I say, man, if I did ever catch you in somewhere that you wouldn't have all of them talk, yeah. This is why I'm say we have to have recording, because we don't know who these foreign people are. And probably because it's a foreign man talking to an ex-foreign man, then give some kind of leniency. But if these colonizers, these colonists catch us off guard, it's a different scenario. And they're going to paint a picture as we are criminals, and the colonized world will accept such nonsense. That's why I'm glad we have a public platform where they either know me I deal with. Yeah, man, I know which part me stand up. On the lawful side of the issue, the correct, accurate side of the issue, not the colonized, enslaved side.
On your vehicle.
All right. So you guys have a nice day.
Okay. We'll see you around.
And that's it. As quick and simple as that. But these guys, I don't want to take them talking. Yeah, man, them guys here tell us, oh, them bad like yards, and them know law, and them is the law, and them is God Almighty, until you put up an arm resistance and direct them. Say, so when me clap it up on you, you gotta have lawful standing for no say I was not just correct, I was accurate, because you're a criminal when you're outside the law. I enforce some kind of foreign policy when I apply in your private corporate capacity as a public servant. Watch yourself out there, because we are learn. Now me have that instrument here when my brethren Joel Jack what it sent me, I think yesterday or so. And it was a statement of fact in support application for criminal complaint. Remember when them are carrying that them are try to make an application. That's why we always put document in the code to stop it, but them always ignore it because them say, them are do their own thing. And again, it was the undersigned alleges the following as a full or this is a partial statement, right? Take partial statement of the factual basis for the offense or offenses for which a criminal complaint is sought. This is why we have to place emphasis on the charge. If you're going to bring a criminal complaint, you better can prove the criminal conduct, the criminal act, and the crime. You have to prove the crime. You have to present the victim of said crime, where can demonstrate damage, wrong, or harm. Once you talk about criminality, this is why I'm burn them in all capacity. Now we have to present what are the elements that constitute a crime, or you talk about a criminal complaint. So this is how we have to deal with these Nantucket District Court and Donald P. Hart And all of these sodomites up there in Nantucket and all of their counterparts in other government agencies across the earth. Fireborn on a man. Yeah, man. This document says on Sunday, July 19, 2020, Officer Harrington and I, Officer Moran, you're really a moron, were on patrol in Mar Cruiser Victor 8 at approximately 6:13 a.m. While driving on Airport Road, I observed a black Ford pickup bearing Massachusetts passenger registration T31436, Tango 31436, driving towards us. Airport Road is a public roadway and is maintained by the town of Nantucket. So what am I trying to say? It's a public roadway that is maintained by the town of Nantucket. So what that mean? That given up what? Jurisdiction? What I try to say? Uno own Nantucket, uno own the town, uno colonizers up there so own what? Nantucket Island? That's what I say. Airport Road is a public roadway and is maintained by the town of Nantucket. That means that uno must get federal grants. Uno must get some kind of federal aid out there. And as such, on a subject to federal rules and regulation, you sodomites up there, don't think you can fool everybody. Telling us say Donald Trump in a power, on a pedophile President Biden out. So we're going to out and put in some Trump people up there in a Nantucket. Only true not deal with politics. We are not. We are above on politics. So we are going to direct on accordingly. Them say, as the vehicle approached our cruiser, Officer Harrington identified the individual operating the motor vehicle to be known to him as Mr. Joel Campbell. This is Officer Harrington, you know. This is how them racially profile you as a West Indian. Boy, Joel Jaguar, them have in a dragnet from that time till now. This is July 19, 2020. Now them say Joel Campbell is known to Officer Harrington to currently have no license in the state of Massachusetts or any other state for that matter. Do you people hear the statement of fact from these police? So Joel Jaguar is known to them and known as a West Indian who is outside their political colonial jurisdiction. Yet, 2025, these cross-dressing racists, these pedophiles, these Biden appointees still are perplexed or tranquility. Them forget, so them are colonists, colonizers, Puritans, and Quakers are coming to our land. We are the West Indian, we are not African. We're no African here. We are the Americans here. Yeah, man. So this little joker said, Joel Campbell is known to Officer Harrington to currently have no license in the state of Massachusetts or any other state for that matter. A CJIS inquiry of Joel Campbell revealed a license status of no status found. Boy, Joel Jaguar, you're the best out there, my lord. You're the best out there. Because you know, spoil up like some away. Because even I had a driver's license. When I just say, fuck off with that. Because I discover seminar have no use for that. So I know about the driver's license bond. Yeah, I know about all of these things. Well, as we go along, we are learn. We are the neophyte. We don't know all life. We don't even know much life. We just learn. So them said, Joel now have no license status. I then observed the vehicle driving down Old South Road toward the UPS facility where Mr. Campbell pulled his vehicle over to the side of the road after observing our marked police cruiser. I then activate, so I'm never activating thing for pull. So Joel knows say I'm not a criminal, but no, them a chase him, so I'm pull over. So then them activate his overhead emergency blue light and initiate a motor vehicle stop. Pulling behind Mr. Campbell's vehicle. When I approach the vehicle, I identify the operator to indeed be Mr. Campbell. Then what you mean? They in a racial profile him, you follow him from him yard to the airport and decide which part you want to pull him over. You probably never get for clue clocks him right in that area, so you have to carry him in. This is a kidnapping, me I talk about, the public slavery will go unnoticed to the entire world. Why? Because them colonize the people and fool them, make them think legal standards is in fact law. You know what I mean? When law is in fact contractual obligation, where the stipulations of such is that law. Oh, we now hear nothing out there. Oh, it's a silent out there. No, not hear me. No. But as such would stay, it's subtle. And the humble usually bring it this way. Yeah, man. Due to the above circumstances, Campbell has been issued Massachusetts Uniform Citation T03900084 and has been summoned to court for unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle. And again, all of them things I was where so we share, and them case that has been dismissed, and all of the nonsense where them come with, them can't prosecute nobody, because nobody not agree to them prosecution, and we not wish to participate in a them fictitious area. So we always write on paper, and them a choose for do what them want to do. But again, until we put up armed resistance to these enslavers, these slave catchers, these colonizers, them not go on stop, them not respect law, them not appreciate law. And because they're far removed from law, them are going to always be an outlaw. And we have carte blanche for decimate them in any capacity at any given moment, once them step outside the law. And them thing that me I say, yeah man, we're not criminal around here. Where? No. And them I choose for criminalize way. You understand? For perfect the slavery. And we now accept it. Now we say jurisdiction can be defined as one, power of a court to adjudicate cases and issue orders. Again, jurisdiction. The power of a court, foreign court, to adjudicate cases and issue orders. So if them have no jurisdiction, judge, you can't issue no order. That's why I'm tell you, sir, Honorable Chief Judge Chester Crooks, you were out of order. You understand? Because if you don't have no jurisdiction, you don't have no power. Period. Jurisdiction, territory within which a court or government agency may properly exercise its power. Again, jurisdiction, territory, as a territory within which a court, foreign court, or government agency, foreign construct again, may properly exercise its power or their own power. What that mean? I only think we can't fool with them kind of twisted words. Yeah. We don't have no power. That me I say. Because we not consent to none of it. That's what I'm saying. Them thing have clarity. Yeah, man. An overview of jurisdiction. One of the most fundamental questions of law is whether a given court has jurisdiction to preside over a given case. A jurisdictional question may be broken down into three components. whether there is personal jurisdiction, aka, or otherwise known as whether the court may even hear the case involving a particular defendant. That's personal jurisdiction. In a Georgia, what them not have no jurisdiction card, them can't hear the case. Them have to stipulate, them only can deal with a piece of paper. And the moment we create the separation of entity, them not have no case. Yeah, man. Whether there is jurisdiction over the subject matter or whether there is jurisdiction to render a particular judgment sought. This is further broken down into three categories: in personam jurisdiction, in rem jurisdiction, or quasi in rem jurisdiction, which is where you say I go on the de facto, is what I'm called quasi. You understand? This is why you have the constitutional law where the fundamental rights stand up, and then you have these corporate bylaws where you call quasi governmental, rules and regulation, your legal standards. Now we say quasi in rem jurisdiction is when a court uses its in rem jurisdiction over property to force a litigant to appear in court. Again, to force or to compel a litigant to appear in court by attaching property that belongs to the litigant. What property then can attach to force it? That's the legal entity, my people. That's why I'm saying it's an adhesive agreement which you're totally unknown of. You don't know it. Totally unaware. It's totally and completely unknown to you until we express it this way. This is why I'm saying when you look at the birth certificate, it must say man. It's a male. So that birth certificate is the male, and you are the man that should be directing that male. So this is where the attachment or attaching of property come into play. They adhesively presume that you are such, and when you accept it as such, then you're administered as such, because them only can administer the male, the legal entity, the birth certificate, that piece of paper. Clarity. Now, it's an in personam. In personam literally translates to against the person. Refers to court's power to adjudicate matters directed against a party. In personam jurisdiction is one of the two forms of personal jurisdiction, with the other being in rem jurisdiction. So in rem and personal jurisdiction are the two forms in personam, which is a Latin phrase. A court may exercise in personam jurisdiction over a person who resides in, maintains connection with, or is served notice of legal proceedings in that court's area or territorial jurisdiction. All of these are presumption. The courts can only presume them of territorial or area jurisdiction, irrespective of what them write on paper. I tell you, so the postal location is the bureaucracy we sit on top of all governmental agency. Them get them authority by way of the postal location and establish federal areas by way of 12-mile radiuses. This is why every 12 mile you'll see a police station or a post office somewhere. This is how them spread them net. But when you have knowledge of this and know, say, your existence supersede these things, then you're above it. It can't apply to you when you can express it. This is why them can't enslave a man who choose to express himself autonomously. Yeah, man, and try to attain accurate knowledge. Impossible to enslave such a one. This is why this kind of information, we get a 10 or a 20 or a 30 view. Lucky when we see 100 view. For people now have interest in this kind of esoteric truth. You understand? We don't have nothing to flaunt over here. We don't have nothing to necessarily sell over here and we not sell with soul. And them know them can't buy we out. Them can't whore we out. And them know we not gonna sell out. So we're not gonna get no popularity. We're not entertainer here, so. Every entertainer we mean know have a different perspective. And when we can be sure or when them can know of a man such as I and them stand back, them no want interact. Them they're curious to say, I would a little money, I would never hear no man boy talk, sir. And go on, sir. Yeah, man, they're not even curious. So what I tell you, sir, them contractual obligation restrict them from interacting with free people. Yeah, man. But advocacy is freedom. Them can only interact and engage and associate with others like themselves, colonized entities, totally foreign control by way of these contractual obligations, where these entertainers never present for themselves. Because me never look upon them contract with them agree to. So me know, sir, a one-sided contract, I just money them want and hype, so them sell them soul. But them never see that way, because them say them never really splash no blood nowhere. But when you sign on the dotted line and agrees to those stipulations, then you're gone. Because again, you never create the contract. Some Babylonian bring contract come give to you people, and all you do is sign. With Babylonian attorneys at your side, not this sovereign man, not this office. That's the distinction. Yeah, man. Now them say, for example, a Delaware District Court has in personam jurisdiction over citizens of Delaware, just like probably the Jamaica District Court have in personam jurisdiction over the citizens of Jamaica. Companies which do business in Delaware or in Jamaica, and people who are served while visiting Delaware or Jamaica on vacation. So the in personam jurisdiction of the Jamaica District Court would apply to such ones. Additionally, a Delaware District Court can exercise in personam jurisdiction over any person who consent means agree, to the exercise of it. So if we no consent, you can't exercise no jurisdiction. You hear that, my lord, Joel? And because you no consent, them a try everything to tell us, submit to their enslavement. And we not going to submit. We stand upon law. We say slavery has been abolished, Donald P. Hart. You didn't get the memo, or you totally ignore it. Well, Donald Trump, I got correct them yesterday up there in Nantucket. And Donald Trump people are going to reside in them secret, secluded location there now. Yeah, man. So, I don't want to say them a pedophile too. I'm not interested in that. I just know say we don't want them all set there night no more. Change them now. We have burn them down, root them out. Criminal them in office, people. Criminal them. Yeah, man. Now, again, them say the court can exercise in personam jurisdiction over any person who consent to the exercise of it. Additionally, well, them say regardless of if they fail or fall into the three categories above, which is in personam, in rem, or quasi in rem. So them can exercise, but again, all you have to do is choose to have knowledge, accurate knowledge, and challenge any presumed authority. Because them can only presume these things. Yeah, man. It's in personam judgment allow for a wide range of judicial remedies, can be enforced against a person in jurisdiction other than the jurisdiction which gave the judgment, due to the full faith and credit clause of the Constitution. So from outside of them jurisdiction, them have to do the right thing, and when them don't, this is when you bring them to bear. But you have to have records, the evidence, Yeah. And usually Because them presume everybody dumb, then we supply all the evidence they need to indict them. Them are going to supply you with their own evidence to indict them by way of such a statement of fact. You understand? When they are aware. So, boy, you know, this is the law, and them are choose to do their own thing, and them not care, because them get away with it forever. Them come here as colonists. You understand? And when the laws of Ruhrgas came down to restrict their maltreatment of us as West India, them chose to ignore it. Yeah, man, and create independence for themselves and totally colonize the mainland Indian over there. To this day, very day. Most of them totally unaware of their enslavement, totally unaware that they are the Indian, the West Indian, the American Indian. Totally unaware, most of them. Yeah, and a whole lot of them sold out for political trinkets. Yeah, probably 90% of them sold out for gifts. You understand, on political privileges. But again, it's neither here nor there. We just assess it information, yeah. This is our information that we get from out there, and we just break it down according to our due diligence, and we keep what we want and throw the rest and share it. We're not taking credit. That's the work we are putting in. Glorify just the work. I as man, insignificant. We don't need no glorification. Let's make sure we strengthen the office for the ones that where I find the information, you know, aiding to their state of condition. Support that. Yeah, man. Don't watch the presenter. And don't watch my savage narrative or language. Rebut the information. Qualify. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, it's a whole heap of reading, because I tell them I have a next year when I say request for admission. You know, a court generally will not deny a case for a technicality or form error. We have explanation. A party can request that another party admit the truth of certain facts or opinions. That means, you know, any man can request from any other man to come talk the truth. Yeah, man. If the requested party doesn't respond within a certain time frame, the matter is considered admitted. So if me accuse you on certain time pass, and me not go, and you, when me accuse, not come rebut that in writing, then the accusation stand as admitted, and we move from there to other things. And these are them standards. Agreements between parties. Party can agree on certain issues of fact or law and enter into a written agreement. Again, parties can agree on certain issues of fact or law and enter into a written agreement. The court will then decide the rights of the parties based on the agreement. I wonder if the item comprehend what that statement means. Again, the court now have no argument without some kind of written agreement, which is contractually. Again, listen, the court will then decide, the court can only decide the rights of the parties based on the agreement, based on the stipulation of the agreement, based on the terms and conditions of the agreement. Those said terms and condition is law. So when Matella say all is contract, again, let us start. Agreements between parties. Parties can agree on certain issues of fact or law and enter into a written agreement. So if we now have a written agreement, if we ever enter into a written agreement, I have to endorse such a document to make it enforceable. You understand? So without our express written endorsement, then these presumptions are just that, presumptions of such or some agreement. Yeah, man. Alternative methods of service. A party can choose an alternative method of serving a claim form instead of personal service. When a man personally hand them the information, because usually I be a court where I have to go through and deal with. And the court we always can find its people. Yeah, man. The party who serve the form must provide evidence that the alternative method was sufficient. We now have to go outside of personal service. Now, it's the item can pull up Rule 36, request for admission, and the item can go down in it. Maybe go down in it next time, but it's a true me kind of jump through the first video that I know said kind of eat away a lot of the time, and our people attention span on something where really out there for too long. So I know want there, but yeah, man, information or something else. Salute Joel Jaguasi. Salute my lord. Yeah, man. Them already know say he's a man when I deal with lies. So your thing so unique and powerful, my lord. Them now have you nowhere in no record, not even more powerful than me who get licenses and all of these things. You get me? I'm going through when I did have license, I know if you endorse it and put on the postal authority on top of my license, which supersede them little corporate area and them little police commission area. Because again, I tell you, so the postal location is the bureaucracy. We sit on top of all of these governmental organizations. Yeah, I'm now going to go in on a more explanation because we used to talk about the postal location in the old time days, so way back in the page. But as we go along and refine ourselves, we'll express these things again on a much higher level. So yes, side people, again, we just pass through and say, boy, and like say, we are trying undermine anybody or embarrass anybody. The ones them where we are embarrassed are the ones them name what we call. And we are embarrassed them intentionally because they are deserving of such as public servants out there. They might operate above and beyond the scope of their authority, for placing them outside of law when they are the one who have a constitutional oath and allegiance or oath of allegiance, not us, not we, the people. So when we bond them, we have to deal with them this way, because when we write on paper, them behave like them not have no sense, them ignore it as if they not realize that it is being recorded. It will come back and haunt you, because you've never seen nothing like that. You're used to business as usual with your colonized slaves. So when I say free man or present their process, it baffles you colonize corporate agents who do not know what to do. Because on the outside of law, on have to scramble, I want to play games. And when I play games, it's going to become detrimental to a lot of out there, not just to us, because we have been suffering. All the threats, it will come back to our home. Naturally. Honor out there. Ryan, O'Neill, salute my lord. Honor my king. Yeah, man. Gratitude, gratitude. Information share out the people, because again, if you don't know, you're ignorant to the truth. If you don't know, but I know say a lot of police out there. You have some rotted police, but that's good here, sir. But I feel like say, one of the police and destroy them. You have some very good people at work out there as police, but a lot of them get misguided. A lot of them, just like how it's a street gang, I saw them recruit some of them and draw them in some police gang type of thing, where you have a group of police do some activity where outside the law, and you have a next group of police, we not like that, but because them are under the same kind of oath and You know, organizational structure, them really can't talk, but them not gonna really participate. But I'm gonna say, listen, man, in order to correct these things, we have to educate everybody, not just the police, also the colonized people, so them can at least have the option to behave better, conduct themselves on a much higher level, and show more respect to the one them where enforce law. We not care about the ones them where say them are enforce policy, them can get the judgment. But the ones them where enforce law, we have to show them ones that respect. Why? Because them is operating under the Constitution, and them are going to show you respect naturally. Them are going to naturally show you respect. When you say police officer, go up and read and you like, no, salute my view platform. Them warrior that seem like them terrified of me. All the tough for them, I say them tough. My view platform look like it was an ex-police, or you're going at the police thing and not really met it. But salute, because I respect your style, I respect your platform, and you bring a whole heap of information where I'm always stay tuned to. Yeah, man. But he's a man who love going like say the police them for us do what they want. And we have said, you know, point them out to laws, make them know about the laws. Because them are, you know, use law and express law, and I mean so them now catch a criminal. It just means that them are always secure for them end. Them now go get in trouble, especially when them have them body cam. And I know them can't go out there, my view, and just kick off a man door and unalive him without getting orders from somewhere. Now, individual police now got to talk about them bad man, they are bad man, and them don't do that. Because sometimes them know those ones. Sometimes the ones them where come kick off them door are ones where them a drink with. Them just mass up, so you don't even know them. And then them come back later and say, John, me that warn him, you know. And them are the one who come really initiate the whole thing. I know I could never be a criminal, my people. And that's why I advise people to run from that mess. Whereas when it gangy up, judgment. Because you don't know who will come mingle with you. And Babylon always infiltrate you people because they licky like crazy. That's why I don't a town mash up. Because any cross-dressing sissy from them have money, then come fit in. It did have to mash up. Because the principle never dead there. The discipline and the standard where it fit dead there. It gone. And no man never dead there. Remind the ones them say, yo, what now do? I strong will listen. And on a sodomite thing, you know. Yeah, man. You know, having a personal, we can't get involved, but don't make it be such. Boy, yeah. Keep it in our house, keep it on one, keep it, but that's, you know, anybody running, everybody come be a part. When you look, all of your top it is them and Babylon do it, then what you think? Them now keep score, them now take record. Somebody else now, they're around the corner as their handlers. Yo, study the CIA and learn a lot of things, people. Yeah, because the CIA will do anything and everything, as you have all seen out there. And all of these things are extension of such. These agencies are extension of such. It's a Babylonian system, my people, and it's there to move against us. What me not like is that when we're not criminal and not do our own quiet private thing, Babylon say we are criminal and want to give it their problem. That's our issue. Babylon, low way, we not have no interest in you, we totally comprehend what it is. We not have no interest, we not choose to participate. Respect that, Babylon. But when you don't, then we're going to expose all of your wrongs. We're going to take you over the water and expose your nakedness and show the very colonized people where you're enslaved how to free themselves. Start with the renewing of their minds by me I share them kind of esoteric knowledge and I live this way peacefully, harmoniously, yet we resist the Babylonian colonial authority. We resist them. We not take no talk from them. God, them not have no law. And can't colonize we. You understand them rules and regulations which are legal standards cannot apply to the free man or woman of this land. Information and show evidence that we're not outside the law. We're not rebel. We're not renegade. And the revolution is the new faculty of thinking and information what we share. And that's the revolution. But it's subtle. Because we remove the presumed authority from these, it's a colonial agents. And that's the revolution, subtle. It's the information, my people. It's information warfare. This is why when I check our information, our catalog, from that time till now, it's a West Indian paradigm. And we come and I say freedom, freedom in. We come and Sister Babylon have them broad seal, what them use to establish themselves. We have our house seal, where we use to rebut whatever Babylon bring forward. So we don't need a house, a representative to represent us, because we can represent ourselves. We have a legal entity where Babylon choose to interface with, no problem. We just take control and create what is known as separation of entity. So you know at no time have not talk over the man. So if I was vice cartel and them a charge me wrongfully, I just fix up my document and carry my surety in the court and make my surety substitute the place for me and protect me. So them can lock up my surety for 13 years and me their road until them find some way to carry that privy council and say, boy, my surety all right, then them can release my surety to me. But me have their road free. I know most people miss this, it go over most of my head. Yeah, and it's supposed to. But I selected few, I said, that brother them are easy, you know. That brother them are normal, you know. A very few I said, yet I'm afraid for come link me and bring a strength and say, power up and turn up boy, your career office is authentic. And we are safe. For Jamaica government, no want nothing to do with you. Them totally ignore you. Jamaica government no look for you. Why is that? I'm a burn them so much. And then the man we talk about Andrew police come lock them up. How them can't try them nonsense there with this sovereign man? Why is that? Because we stand up in our own authority and we stand up on truth. That's all it is. And them is aware of this truth. When we say Nestorian king, them know. Check Dallas Castle. I am he. But again, Muta Baruka and him friend them will say, hey, a grandiosity, what kind of Nestorian king? And me and Muta Baruka, we are the big thing out there. So Muta will go on. Muta now go on to talk to a man like me. Yeah, man, because the truth and he brings opposed to the fallacy when Muta a swing. But we show Muta them respect. So we now go accept the craziness for them a push out there. Anyway, our people, just know say boy the brave may fall but never yield, and we say bold and brave, we say firm and strong, we say Babylon, you're wrong. You don't have no authority over I man. You don't have no authority over the West Indian. You don't have absolutely no authority or jurisdiction over the Awak Indian nation. America, bold and brave, firm and strong. Salute free people. Give thanks and praise. Out there.